Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. In this video we are finally finished with all my Lua screens that we have here in Stormworks. In this video we're going to be having a look at all 7 of them, talk a little bit about them, show you what they do and how they work. But before we get started, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget that like and subscribe button and ring the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And while you're watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what else you'd like to see in my future videos. That all said, let's get straight into it and get started with this video. So starting off, a few days ago, I went and released a video where I kind of previewed 2 screens that I was working on here in Stormworks to add onto your own boats. Now, I've gone and finished those, and I've also gone and created a bunch more. There's actually 7 different types of microprocessors and screens that you can add into your actual vessel here in Stormworks. And I wanted to have my own different pack of my own custom screens that kind of fits my design aesthetic that I usually go for in my creations. So we're going to be going through them. I'm going to show you the 2 that I showed you previously, but I've gone and actually finished off now. Those are 100% done. So I'm going to show you how those work. And we're also going to have a look at some of the new ones that I've gone and built. And by the way, I will be linking all of these in the actual video description. So if you want to go and download them from the workshop, you're more than welcome to. And each one of them actually is built as an example. So each one has everything that you need: the microprocessor, the battery, the on signal, the screen, and any of the actual things you need with it. So I think it's pretty cool. You can just go and download it and add it onto your creation here in Stormworks. Pretty useful. So let's have a look at the 2 screens that I've already built and kind of given you a little bit of a hint to. The first one is the 1x1 data screen. This has 4 nodes or 4 inputs that you can read numbers on. So this could be like your RPS, your speed, the temperature, your heading, it doesn't matter. And the nice thing about it is you can click onto the microcontroller and you can change the label. So you can see each one of these have 4 labels and you can change them, which is quite nice. So you can call it speed, or you can call it temperature or wind or whatever it needs to be. So in theory, you could have like 4 of these screens with, let's say, 4, 8, 12, 16 different things on it, which is, I think, is pretty cool and very customizable at the same time. I think you can also change the color, which is quite nice too. So yeah, I like that. Also, we have the up and down, which is the brightness, which is another cool feature, and you can just change left and right to the different screens and different nodes here, which is another nice feature. Now, I've kind of used this design element to build all the other screens that I wanted in a creation. So the next one that I built is a radio. Now, of course, a radio is very useful and we've all been using Sheepdog's radio forever. So I thought I'll go build my own one, and I've kind of used a very similar design aesthetic as him. Mine's a little bit different, but very similar at the same time. So you can see we've got everything we need for a radio on here. Even got a clock, got all these cool things. So here's the radio. You've got a nice little time at the top. We also have our frequency, we have a comm, and we also have a signal. So whenever it gets any signal, that will go and full out. And also when it gets an incoming signal, so someone's talking, this will go and light up, which is pretty cool. You'll still see that we have our left and right, and that's to change the frequency. And we also have the screen brightness, which is another cool feature. So you can go and increase or decrease the brightness if you want to. Now, another cool feature about this is you're probably thinking, well, where's the push to talk button? Well, the thing is, what happens is this is constantly on push to talk. You don't need to press anything else. All you have to do is go on your keyboard and you just have to press the push to talk button. That pretty much will go and automatically send it through on this radio. Another cool feature is that if it ever thinks or knows that someone else is talking somewhere else and it's receiving a signal, it will go and mute yourself and it will play that person's noise through or voice through, which is a cool feature. So you don't have to worry about another button. This all is done for you. So I think that's a really cool little radio. Along with that, we also have a 1x1 map screen. So pretty much what this does is it goes and focuses on a GPS point, and along with that we have a little pointer. Once again, we have a positive and negative here, so we can go and increase the zoom or decrease the zoom as you want, up to you once again. And you can see here, because we're facing towards the mountain, that's where our little pointer is facing. If you go and rotate, you can see the pointer goes and faces down. So I think that's a little cool, nice little cool thing, especially if you don't have space for like a 2x2 screen or a 5x3 screen. You can go and stick this little 1x1 in there. So I think it's a little cool feature. And once again, it sits with the same design elements as the other ones we've looked at. So it fits in. The last one of the small ones that we have is going to be the temperature / climate control panel. So what this has is it has a microcontroller, a battery, an on signal, and a temperature probe, and also a heater. Now you'll notice at the top it goes and reads the actual temperature that it is currently at the moment. We can see we have a little bar here, and we also have how much we want to add to that temperature. So you can see currently it's 22 degrees. Okay, and you'll notice that actually there's another temperature sensor out there. So that's reading the outside air temperature, and this theoretically would be your inside air temperature, which is nice because then you can go and acclimatize it to what you want. So imagine that outside it's, let's say, 22 degrees, and inside the cabin we want it to be, let's say, 26. All we have to do is come here, say we want 4 degrees more, and it goes and changes this to 26 degrees. You can see the heater is on, it goes and increases the bar here, and you can see the little bar as it goes, and as you add more, it goes and increases that bar. Another nice feature is if you go and bring it all the way back down to, let's say, to 0, it actually will go and turn this heater off. So you can see it's starting to lose the temperature. The heater is going to go and turn off now. So this is another cool feature, is that can go and turn on and off as you want it to, depending on the actual temperature. So really cool. I think that's a nice little panel to use in your creation. Let's go on to the other ones. So the next one I have is a navigation lights, ship navigation lights and control panel. So this is another thing that I found was a little bit lacking. I've seen it on a few different creations, or different styles of this on different creations before, but never something like this. So what this allows you to do in theory is you have imagine your mast here. So we have all the different lights that you would need for a normal ship. For example, nav lights, you have your knot under control, you have your tow, your ram, your anchor. So you have all your different lights. And the cool thing is you can use this touch panel to go and turn them on. But at the same time, you can actually see what has been turned on with this little screen here on the left. So for example, if we turn the nav lights on, you can see on the left, it's gone and turned the top white, the bottom white, and also the left red and right green. And you can see it over here once again. So I think it's a really cool feature. You can see we can add tow on there also. So now the tow lights have gone on. We can put, for example, not under command. There we go. Cool. We can do ram lights if we want to. So there we go. We got those on. And then if we want anchor, we can obviously get the anchor lights on. So yeah, I think, it takes a lot of the guesswork out, because you can straight away know which navigation lights, for example, you've got on just by looking at the screen, instead of tabbing out or going out of your creation, then looking up and going, oh, have I got the right ones on? You straight away know which ones you're turning on and which ones you're turning off. So yeah, I think it's a cool little thing. But once again, I'd love to hear your comments in the video description below. Let me know what you think about this little light panel box. Then we go on to my 5x3 screen. You guys have seen this already. This time it's just completely finished, it's fleshed out. We've got everything done on here. This is all custom. You can change the labels. I've also added a minimum and a maximum to them. So you can actually go and tell them, hey, well, our temperature can go maximum to 50, and then let's say the lowest can go is 20. So you can change the min and the max of those, which is pretty cool. We obviously have the RPS, or trim, our rudder on there too. We have the alarms, and then comes on to, I think, the cool feature, which is the map. So this is theoretically a picture-in-picture. We've got the map here on the right-hand side. You've also got south degrees and then west degrees underneath there, and we've also got a little pointer on there. So you'll also notice that as we move this, the pointer goes and moves it, which is pretty cool. So you can actually see where you're going on this. Now, I don't know if I should add some little controls here to like zoom in, zoom out, go left and go right, but you guys can let me know in the video comments below. Do you want to see some controls on the screen? At the moment, it's more of just an information screen, just purely information. There's no touch enabled at all on the screen. And another cool feature is you can put a camera on top of this, and then you can get this on a 2x2 screen, which is another cool feature. And then lastly, on to the NJ navigation Waypoint system. You guys have seen this before. It's been used in hundreds of creations. I use it on helicopters, planes, boats, absolutely anything. So I've left it as is. I've just redesigned it ever so slightly. I've just gone and changed, instead of having all these buttons all over the screen, I've just made a simple bar at the bottom where you can do zoom in, you can do zoom out, you can do up, down, left, right, you can do reset, and then obviously you have your number of waypoints, and you have a clear button also, which is pretty cool. So I've just gone and redesigned this, obviously just to fit in with the same elements of all these other screens, and I think they all just fit well together. So yeah, that's pretty much the Lua screens that I've been working on. As I said earlier, these they have all been released. They're all on the workshop already. There will be links in the video description, so if you want to go and download them, you can. But I'm still thinking of doing a few more, and I'd love to hear your guys' comments on what you think is missing. What do you think we should still add on? Do you think we should get one for weather? Do you think we should get one for like an engine room, or you know, a electrical control panel? I would love to hear what you guys think, and I'm always looking to build new projects here in Stormworks, but I'm glad I've got these very basics done. Obviously I need all of these for my boat build series, so I'm definitely going to be adding them in there. So if you want to see them being used, you can, and as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hopefully you have enjoyed this video and enjoy some of these creations, and we'll see you in the next one.